guys, it's Kylie, and in today's video I'm going to share with you how to make a custom Disney pin board. So for this pin board, you're going to need some cork. So I have these 4 cork tiles, and I'll have a link to them in the description down below, and some hot glue, and that's pretty much all you need. Some scissors too to be able to cut the pin board, and we're going to make an awesome custom Mickey shaped pin board. If you guys enjoy Disney videos and Disney content, definitely hit the subscribe button, turn the bell so you get notified every time I upload, as I post tons of Disney content on this channel, and I'm super excited to make this pin board. So with our cork, we're going to pull it out of its plastic, and we're going to be making a Mickey shape. Previously I printed out a Mickey shaped piece of paper so that I can use that as my template. You can make this any shape you want. If there's a certain character you want, that's perfect. If there's a certain character you want, feel free to do that too, but I'm looking to do specifically Mickey. So what I'm going to need is 2 out of these 4 boards. They do give you these sticky pieces to put on the wall if you want to stick them straight up, but I'm going to use 2 out of the 4 just because of how thick Disney pins are. You can, this board right in front of me, you can see with 2 boards, it doesn't go through. This one I makeshift. I had some cut cork that I used, but I also have this other board that is only 1 thick, and you can see the pin backs come through the back of it. So that's why we're going to use 2 pieces of cork to make it nice and thick and sturdy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Mickey shaped piece of paper and I'm going to lay it out. It is a little rolled up just because it's been rolled up, so I'm going to put in some pins just to give it, to allow it to stick to the cork. And obviously this is cork, so we shouldn't have an issue with pins sticking into it, because that's the whole point of the board, is we're putting in pins. So now that I have it pretty much pinned down, this would be better if it was flat, but this is just what I have, and it accidentally curled up. I'm now just going to go through with a marker of some kind, or a pen, and trace out our Mickey. You want to do this on both boards, which I'm going to do, so that you cut them actually out separately. You don't want to cut them together just in case they shift. You don't want to accidentally cut into your Mickey. So I'm going around and tracing out our Mickey head. So we have our Mickey traced out. Now all we're going to do is pull up the piece of paper and put it on the other board. It doesn't matter like what's in the center and stuff, as long as it's fully on the board, we'll have no problem because we're cutting it out. We got one more pin. And now we're going to put it on our next board. So this is what our Mickey looks like. Looks pretty good. And now I'm going to roll out Mickey onto this other piece of cork and do the same thing. Just because it's rolled up, I'm going to pin it down again and make sure that we're all set to trace our Mickey. These pins are going to have a slightly harder time going in now, because it's only 1 piece of cork thick versus before it was the 2 corks. That's why when we're making this, we're putting in the 2 pieces of cork to make sure that everything stays down nice and well once we put pins into it, and we don't have the issue of pins hurting their back because they can't go through the cork. So what we're going to do is trace this out again. So now that we have both pieces of cork traced out, we are now going to cut. So the key of cutting is to try to make them as close together. So you're almost better cutting them slightly larger and then trimming them once they're together so that you make sure they look pretty seamless when you put them together. So all I'm going to do is just take my scissors. You want to have some nice strong scissors and go around. This will make a mess, so you might want to do it over a surface just so you're able to collect the mess that it makes, because the cork does kind of shed as you cut it. So now that we have our 2 Mickeys cut, I'm going to place them on top of each other, and I'm actually going to flip them over because I don't want to be seeing the glue that I drew the lines with. And I'm going to kind of line them up and see if there needs to be any trimming. So I'm going to use some little tiny scissors and just go around, and if there's any little bits that I feel like need to be trimmed up a little bit, I will be doing that. I want to make sure they look as even as they can be. So I'm just taking my little scissors and trimming up the cork. And some of the trimming can be done at the end once they're glued together, so you know they're together. So I think this looks pretty good. There might be a little last minute trimming that I do, but next step we're going to do is take them and glue them together. So I have my hot glue gun all warmed up, and all I'm going to do is just take the inside And you want to put this as close to the edge as possible because you don't want to ruin the ability to put pins in it. So around the very border of this, you're just going to put a nice thin layer of hot glue so that you're ready to glue the two boards together. You try to do this quickly because you want to be able to put a thin layer around the whole piece of the Mickey before it dries so that you're able to glue it together all the way around. So now that I put all the glue on, I'm just going to line us up and then I'm going to hold it together, and there might be some spots that I have to fix up a little bit with some hot glue, but you just want to hold it, push it together, and make it nice and firm so that it stays together. And now is the perfect time to go again back around a little bit and trim up some excess cork. So our Mickey pin board is all set and would look perfect on a wall. The next thing we really need to do is add some pins. So those pins I was using earlier, I'm just going to show you how they would look. So it's perfect because it's 2 pieces of cork thick. You're able to stick all these awesome pins into it, no problem, and you don't have to worry about them going out the outside. I think a Mickey pin board would be perfect if you had a Mickey, or you could even add a bow. I've done a previous video on a pin board very similar to this, but I added a bow to it. So kind of like what you use for bows on ears, and I used that one to make a Minnie Mouse themed pin boards, but this one would be perfect. You have all your pins on it. This would be fun to add if you put some magnets on the back or a string on the back of it. You could use it on a cruise as a little pin trading board outside your stateroom, or this is even perfect to bring in the parks to put like kind of your little kid trader pins to allow kids to just trade while you're trading with other guests. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching me make this awesome Mickey cork board, and it inspired you to make a pin board for yourself. I think these are super awesome, and they're much cuter than the big brown cork boards that are just square to be able to put your pins on. I think it's fun to put, even if, especially for like a small side collection. If you have bigger pieces of cork, you can make it even bigger, but a nice small side collection this would be perfect for, to allow you to, you can do it in different shapes. I think I might try some other fun shapes to allow for other pieces of my side collection. Currently I store my sports collection on one of the other versions of this that I've made, and I think this is perfect way to store some awesome pins. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to like if you did. Let me know in the comments down below if you plan to make a custom pin board for yourself and what design you're gonna do for yours. I'd love to check them out. And definitely, if you post any pictures of your pin board on Instagram, tag me in them. My Instagram's linked in the description down below. I would love to see them. And if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely hit the like button, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!